Car companies, please stop sending chrome-coated rims up to the rust belt. They tend to slice hands. This stuff is no joke.
I left these brand new tires outside and it rained. So how do we get the water out of them? Quick, easy mechanic tips. Grab it 12 and 6. All the water's at the bottom. One quick motion. The more you practice, the better you get at it. Falls out through the middle hole. One quick motion. Now it's all down here. Grab it. Boom. One more time. And we're almost dry. Throw a rag inside. Set it to the side. Take all your wheels off that you're doing while this sits for 5 minutes. Afterwards, little wipe with the rag. Boom. We're dry. Let's get to mounting some tires now.
Sitting in a warm garage, you everything prepped. By the time we get this first one dismounted and cleaned up and valve stem changed, we'll have 4 dry tires. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get cracking. Pop the wheel weights off. Break the bead. Watch out for tire sensors. Usually they're behind the valve stem. This one, in the middle of the tire. Don't run into that very often. Lube the bead. Got to fill my fucking bucket.
Shout out to my tire tech guy. Delivers everything to my door. They make awesome stuff.
Harbor Freight brush. Ooh, look at that chrome peeling. A little bit for the machine too, doesn't hurt. Clamp it down. Set the claw. Adjust it. Perfect. I must have did 17 inches last time. You gotta go back on the carnivore diet. I already feel worse and gained 15 pounds back. God, Scotty would hate me saying that. I'm sorry. Tire bar, like 10 bucks at Harbor Freight, maybe less. Grab it by the tire, press down on this side, over the bill. Spin pedal. Now this is where you gotta think a little bit if you got tire pressure sensors. If the tire sensor is attached to the back of the valve stem, you wanna put your bill right with that sensor so that first bite goes over it. You got an air gap. And then spin. If the sensor's over here, as the tire comes around, the bead can press into it and snap it. Don't want that. This rare tire has a ring around it, a band, with the sensor on it. When you encounter those, they're usually opposite the valve stem. Come around to it. Now we'll dig our bar down to the bottom bead, lift up, and pull. See, the tire sensor is right here, fully away from where the bead's gonna pinch. It's safe. That's a dismount. Now for changing a valve stem. New tires always get new valve stems. TPMS style. Anything that's load range C or higher. Solid heavy duty brass. There's some specialty stems too. Let's not get into that. This is a regular tire, regular valve stem right here. Short or long, you do you, boo. Grab an old steak knife. Slice. This particular wheel, it's set in, so it doesn't just fall out of there. $1.99 tire tool from the parts store. Long skinny pliers. Rag on the wheel to protect it, not that it matters on this wheel. Pull down. Push down. Same thing, I was never good at doors. Lots of corrosion and peeling chrome on this rim. Got this little circle file. This hole's not bad. but I just saw some dust come out of that hole. Little bit of bead sealer on aluminum corrosive rims, never a bad idea. Around the sealing surface of the valve stem, that'll prevent that corrosion from building up again. It's got some sort of anti-corrosive agent in it. Stick it in the hole. Tire tool on top. If you got strong fingers, pull it right through. This has a wicked sharp edge of peeling chrome right next to it. I'm not gonna hurt my fingies today. Push down till it seats. You'll feel the snap. Tool off. We got to get all this peeling chrome off. It'll never seal if we don't. Just on the bead surface, the sealing surface. So we're going to use an aggressive wire wheel. This one, it's time to change it. Maybe we can get through 4 wheels with it. Little wipe with a rag here. Bead sealer, because we don't want no comebacks on these nasty wheels. We don't want any air leaks. We want to prevent corrosion. Don't litter. Peel your tire sticker off and then put it on your wall that you've been putting tire stickers on for years. It's just extra insulation for the furnace room. Lube your bead. Check the tire, see if it's directional or has an inside or outside. This one doesn't. Be mindful of your tire pressure sensor. It should be right here on this side before the bead contacts it. Spin, don't let it contact it. It's in that open safe area. Spin. We're gonna bring that tire sensor back around. This weird style, opposite of the valve stem. Press down, under here, over here. Tire sensor here, safe. Press down. Keep that bead down. The bead jams, the tire jams. Keep it under that rim lip the whole time. We're mounted. Time to fill it up with air. How much air, you asked me? Every vehicle, driver's side door jamb, open your driver's door. There's a tire place card. Shows the manufacturer recommended inflation that's gonna correlate with your tire pressure sensors. They wanna see that PSI. It's programmed to be at that PSI. Go too far down, too far up, tire light comes on. Not fun to have dash lights on. This one is 33 PSI. Some tires you'll need a bead blaster or a cheetah for. This has upwards bead blasters. So we hold the tire up and then hit the pedal. This bead's so tight, we shouldn't need any bead blasting action. Three, 2, 1, pop. Close enough. You want to hear 2 pops. That's the bottom bead seating in the top. It's a really loose tire. Maybe you'll only get 1 pop. Don't be an idiot like me. See this yellow dot? It should be right here on the valve stem. Helps with balancing. I was talking to a camera. Got distracted. 1 out of 1,000 valve stems you install will be loose on the valve core. Always just take 2 seconds and make sure the valve core is tight. Find the balancing cone you need. That one looks good. Set it on the tire balancer. Every tire balancer is a little bit different. I'm not gonna walk you through that. We're done. Torque your lugs to spec. Strangely enough, the second tire had this style of tire pressure sensor in it. You can see the original style had the band on it, and there's even a little bit of adhesive for that sensor. So at some point it was taken out or broken off during mounting from a newbie, and then replaced with the style that bolts onto the valve stem. So when mounting and dismounting, take a peek, see what sensor style you have, and protect that sensor. Same story, but we're gonna take this little Torx bolt out, drop the sensor out, cut the valve stem out, replace it with tpms style valve stem, bolt the sensor back in. Bonus content, last wheel, crack in the wheel. Not cracked far enough to make it leak air out yet. And it's not too rare to find this on aluminum wheels on an older vehicle, especially here in Michigan where they don't really use our tax money to fix the roads. Like there's a couple cities 20, 30 minutes away where, oh my God, the potholes are god awful. But bone is fine, I'll let them know.